Suddenly, Fluttershy, written by Neheim, Chapter 3, The First Meeting. Fluttershy eyes the sandwich cautiously, still looking like she might run away at her slightest movement. You suffer awkwardly, unable to think of what you should say to diffuse the situation further. I didn't know what you'd like to eat, so I just made this in a hurry. You don't have to eat it if you aren't hungry. Don't worry, it's not poison, I swear. Shit! That's exactly what someone who would have put poison in the food would say. The mirror switches from eyeing the plate of food suspiciously to giving you a similar look. Neither of you know what to do, but you're pretty sure that she is closer to hatching a plan to reach her goal than you are, so you need to think fast. Look, I think we got off to a bad start. Let's start over, okay? My name is Anonymous, and this is my house. I don't want to hurt you, and I have no idea how you got here. Right now, I just want to help, so here, let me do this. You get your feet, causing your visitor to take a more defensive stance. Focusing on the door to your room, you begin to walk towards it. Fluttershy quickly suffers out of her way as he began to walk towards her. Keeping your eyes off of Pegasus, you reach the exit and quietly open the way to the rest of the house. If you want to leave, go through here and enter the first room to the left. The front door is unlocked right now. I won't stop you, but feel free to ask me for any help if you need it. There's no telling if this will work. Honestly, you're probably fucked up as hard as you possibly could have right now. The front door isn't even unlocked, but you're gambling right now, as he thinks that you're willing to let her go without a fight. Perhaps you won't leave without at least being on friendlier terms. Leaving the door open, you walk back to your bed and sit down on the edge. At her speed, you wouldn't be able to catch her if she ran. Fluttershy looks at you, then the door. Then the door. You door. Finally, to your astonishment, she speaks. I'm Fluttershy. You sit in stern silence. It worked. Your half-baked plan to just tell her where the exit is and let her do her thing actually fucking worked. It's nice to meet you, Fluttershy. Are you feeling okay? You ask. I'm fine, she responds, still refusing to fully let her guard down. At least you're getting somewhere. You turn towards her and make eye contact again, causing her to shrink back with her. Right now, this pony is probably scared, tired, and confused beyond belief. Perhaps she needs time to think. Good, I'm glad to hear it. Do you need some time to clear your head? I'll give you space if you need it. Her only response is a small murmur that you cannot decipher, so you decided to make the decision for her. Pushing yourself off the bed, you walk back to your PC and let her know what you plan to do. I'll just be right here for the time being. If you need anything, please let me know. It's no issue at all. We are my house, so I can do most anything you might need. Within reason, of course. With that, you sit back in your chair and turn back to your monitor. So, first contact didn't go as well as you had hoped. Can't say that wasn't expected though. Maybe if you weren't such a goddamn spook when you offered her food, it would have went better. He woke at the bright side. She introduced herself and isn't trying to run away right now, so maybe this will go better than you expected. Now then, what were you doing before the yellow cannonball woke up? Alright, the thread. Alright, you focus this time around. Fluttershy may be awake now, and you're still somewhat unsure of what you'll do next. But you'll manage to get your brain back in the game. Before you know it, you're back at the page that may or may not have started all of this. Hopefully there's something in here that will shed some light on the events that have unfolded. Starting from the top, you scroll through the posts that are shown, paying closer attention for any underlying hints. Sadly, by the time you reach the end of the thread, you're left with a lack of answers. With a sigh, you lean forward and slide your arms onto your desk. In an instant, pain shoots through your arms. God damn it, the hell, you grunt out through your teeth. Turning to the nearest light source, examine at your arms and remember exactly what your suddenly sets up sensations. You cannot believe that you forgot you fell onto broken grass, or your small trickles of blood stream down your arms, telling you that these wounds aren't just a few small scratches. They must have reopened when you leaned forward just now. Wow, these are pretty bad, you say to yourself. An attempt at pulling one out ends in you just agitating vacuation further and causing more bleeding. Not to mention, it hurts like a bitch, only more so now that you've pulled at it. Why do injuries only start to hurt when you notice them? Speaking of not noticing stuff, a certain yellow pony startles you when her voice emanates from right next to it. "Excuse me, are you okay?" she asks softly. You turn to the source of her voices now. Fluttershy is standing a feet away from your cell, trying to get a decent view of what might have caused you this pain. She shrinks back slightly, her courage wavering at eye contact. "It's nothing too bad. I've had worse. I'm just having a bit of trouble getting this grass out," you say, forcing a smile. As you speak, you turn one of your arms toward her. Her eyes widen as blood quickly runs down your arm to your elbow. Well, you certainly did a number on that one. "Oh no, how did this happen?" the normally timid male asks, concern evident on her face. You feel both of what feels like wind hit you as a Pegasus takes to the air, inspecting your arm closer. "Oh my, those are in deep." Music's actually taking your arm in a hoof. Though she seems to want to help, your pride takes over in an attempt to take the situation back into your own hands. Swiftly you grab a rest, deeper gates on and pull. "It's really no big deal. I just gotta go." You pull your hand away and notice a small cut on your index finger. Perhaps you should use something other than a hand to pull yourself. "No, you can't take them out like that. Here," Fluttershy says as he grabs arm again. She pauses for a moment. Let me help. Is that okay?" For a moment you consider, just waiting to go to a doctor in the morning, trying to pluck words out yourself. However, This would offer a good chance to allow the both of you to communicate a bit more closely. A trust exercise of sorts. But it beats killing yourself accidentally from blood loss. So, anything we should have around, you ask. Fluttershy stutters out a list of items that you luckily have around the house. Minutes later, you have a surprise laid out neatly on your desk, and a pony walking on the wounds. You watch in a mix of amazement and horror as a side pony uses a pair of tweezers with her mouth to extract one of the bigger pieces. Surprisingly enough, the pain isn't as bad as you'd expect it to be. This process goes on for several minutes, and after a bit of effort from the both of you, your arms are void of grass. Hey, you're pretty good at this, you know, you tell. No vocal response, but you do get a blush and a bashful smile as he begins to bandage up your arms. An awkward silence ensues. Time to change the subject. Thus now, you realize that this pony probably doesn't know what you are, or that you know what she is or where she's from. So Fluttershy, what exactly are you? You kind of look like a horse, but you're still different, you inquire. She stops to think for a moment before giving her response. Well, I'm a pony, a Pegasus pony. What are you? She asks timidly. It's unusual to have to think about how to describe what a human is to someone. When you finally have your words together, you tell her, well, I'm a human. You're kind of like monkeys or apes, but with a higher level of intelligence. I'm guessing that you don't have any of us where you come from. I've never seen anything like you here before. So we must both live pretty far from each other. The mayor looks thoughtful for a moment before speaking. I'm from Equestria. From the looks of it, I don't think I'm still there. You nod. Probably not. That isn't a place on this planet, you say flatly. Fluttershy's eyes widen at that knowledge that her home doesn't exist here. Oh! Awful note. Yeah, you know how I said I wanted to do longer chapters. I didn't. Why? On the other hand, though, I would like to get a decent chunk of this thing out as soon as possible. I'll probably post a few more shorter chapters until I get into the real meat. Then I'll keep you all waiting.